Someone's got to say it. Your training doesn't help you lose fat. It doesn't. Sorry to tell you. You can do all the working out you want. You're not going to lose 1 pound of fat from your training. It's not going to happen. Sorry, ruffling feathers here. It's just not going to happen. What's going to make you lose fat is being in a calorie deficit, taking in less calories than your body's burning. That's what's going to make you lose fat. So you could train as hard as you want. You could do the best workouts in the world. You can have the best bodybuilder personal trainer ever in the world write you a program, and you could follow that program. If you're not in a calorie deficit, you will not lose weight. People look for programs for fat loss, but fat loss training doesn't exist. It's not a thing. Fat loss only exists when you're in a calorie deficit. It doesn't exist otherwise. So with that said, what type of program should you be on and following when you're dieting and in a calorie deficit? Well, the program that builds the most amount of muscle will maintain that muscle when you're in a calorie deficit. So what that means is your training should never change. That whole expression like, oh, I'm dieting to get cuts, bull. It doesn't exist. So what you need to do is you need to focus on a program that's going to retain as much muscle as possible, which will help keep your metabolism revving, which will help keep your metabolism in a better state. And when I say that, it's a better state of your body being able to handle foods. When you have less muscle mass, your body can't handle food the same way as when you're more muscular. Now, your goal may not be to look like a bodybuilder, but if you want to get toner, have more cuts, you need to have muscle to show. Because if you just went in a deficit and didn't train and you took the advice that I'm giving you right now and say, okay, well, if the training doesn't matter, I'm just going to diet, you're going to get what's called skinny fat. And you ever see those runners, people who just like they're running and they're really skinny, but they have like no muscle tone. Their bodies just like kind of hang. That's the look that you would get if you just dieted and just did cardio and never actually lifted weights. But we want the opposite effect. We want to look toned. You want to have definition on your body. You want to have the cuts everywhere. You want to see veins or whatever it is that your fat loss goal is. But in order to do that, you have to have something to reveal when the fat is gone. Remember, you have your layer of muscle, then you have your layer of fat, and then you have your skin. So we want to lose that layer in between. So if you lose that layer in between, you reveal muscle and you look more toned. But if you don't have any muscle and you just lose the fat and the muscle, you're not going to like what you're seeing in the mirror. So stop looking for a program for fat loss to get you to lose fat, because the program's not going to do it. It's not going to come from the program. It's going to come from being in a calorie deficit. So stop eating a lot of food, stop eating junk, close your mouth, right? Focus on being in a calorie deficit, start losing body fat, but train really, really hard to reveal definition, cuts, and all that other stuff. And if you want to learn how to train the right way without the fluff, you could pick up my 6-week training program, Muscle 6, for free in the comments below. So just click that right now. This was Anthony, AB Fitness. I'll catch you on the next one. If you're interested in taking your health and fitness journey to the next level, be sure to check out my diet books and training programs. These resources are designed to provide you with the tools and knowledge you need to reach your goals and feel your best. Click the link to pick up my books right on Amazon.